beautiful architecture on Old City. What's poppin', people? It's Dante. Dial 215-666-6666. Forget about Uber. We got the 666 taxi. Good morning, man.
Come on, how you doing?
I'm good. So yeah, just get out into the sun. First thing. Yeah, this is critical. The sunlight fuels my soul, fuels me with power, and so I decided today to walk towards Old City because I know the sun rises this way, and I think actually maybe it's wise for me to even just hop on the subway and take it all the way down to this area to then start my day and just walk with the sun. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I can catch the sunrise, because the problem is the sun rises all the way on the other side of town from where I live. But yeah, generally, you know, the light is good to follow, but perhaps embracing the wabi-sabi aesthetic and making pictures with this mindset, the light isn't the biggest concern, right? The aesthetics that we can achieve through all lighting and all different conditions are worthwhile. And so yeah, just realize that, right? Whether it's winter, dark, gloomy, sunny, it actually doesn't really matter for the photography. And you know, the problem with color is that it oftentimes gets washed out when the light isn't great, and that's just the truth. So aesthetically, it seems that black and white is superior, and I'm pretty excited going forward with this new approach to things. It really has been liberating and allowing me to just play more and to embrace the autotelic mindset and approach to things. Has been the greatest sort of shift, where you do things for the sake of doing things. And really what this is all about is having fun. And photography, I believe, is all about that, really. At the end of the day, it's just something to bring you out into the world, and treating it almost like this excuse to just go out and see things is probably the wisest way to go about it, where yeah, the camera is your passport, the camera is your sort of excuse to go out there to explore more. Perhaps is a wise approach, right? Where you just go wherever the wind blows. This guy's smoking the pipe. It's cool. But yeah, look at this old road. It feels interesting on the barefoot shoes. These are the, I think they're called the V-Trek, I believe, V-Trek, V5 fingers. And yeah, I picked these up. They go up to your ankles, and they actually have more support to them, more grip, more sole. And yeah, they actually work pretty well for the winter with the toe socks that I picked up, so that my feet can stay warm while also wearing the barefoot shoes. Yeah, so we'll see how they hold up when it gets colder and colder. We'll see. But so far so good. And yeah, the idea is to just walk endlessly. The more that you walk, the more that you become. You know, I always feel better when I have more walking done in the day. And perhaps one of the benefits of the phone and the health app is that it tracks your steps. So if there's a day where you hit 30,000 steps, consider that an incredible day. 20,000 steps seems to be a good minimum to consider, where when you walk for 20,000 steps in a day, yeah, it's inevitable that you're gonna see something new. It's inevitable that you're gonna, you know, have a great day. I think the more that you're out walking, the more that yeah, just the more that we become. I like thinking of it that way, right? Where we can go beyond these sort of basic modes of living and sort of modernity and being stationary. Yeah, it seems better to just do things on the go, and maybe that's the benefit of using an iPhone Pro, is that it allows you to do some sort of creative productivity while moving your 2 feet. Check out the historic Dock Creek. The grassy depression in front of you marks the location of Dock Creek, a spring-fed tidal stream that flowed here when Philadelphia was founded. Its waters emptied into the Delaware River about 4 blocks ahead of you. By 1767, city wastes had fouled the water so badly that sections of the creek were arched over and covered by Dock Street. Today, only traces of the creek bed remain, so you could see the creek bed here. Look, the more you walk, the more that you learn just by reading things and, check out your local town. It's probably filled with rich history. You never know what you'll find. I think that using photography as a tool to learn about the world around you is another good way to consider it, where you can learn through the photos you make, through the things that you see, through the people that you meet, the conversations you have. Everything is sort of this learning process of growing while walking, while moving and photographing the world. Yeah, you can perhaps learn more than simply reading books. I think through experience you actually grow. I believe that Benjamin Franklin invented these lampposts. Beautiful brick walls. Look at these buildings. But yeah, so basically I like vlogging because it's just fun. Like vlogging for me, it's a very fun thing. And yeah, the more that I've been vlogging this past year, the more that I'm actually able to think and to sort of think critically and to dive deeper into my thoughts about photography and my philosophy on life in general. So yeah, maybe using vlogging as a way to learn is a good thing as well, where it's maybe more efficient to just walk around and speak to a camera than sit behind a computer and type. Like this is like a modern writer's tool now for me, it seems. And I like thinking of this idea of merging the machine recently, using the AI and using the small tech, using the iPads, using the voice dictation, the vlogging tools, the GoPros, and all these sorts of things. And yeah, maybe it's wise to just merge with the machine in a way and just embrace all the new stuff. Even look, I'm using this, I updated my iOS to iOS 7. There's a leveling tool now on my grid display. So it's showing me a level tool while I'm filming. That's super cool. But yeah, using the iPhone Pro with the 0.5 times magnification just facing me, so I don't see myself on the LCD screen. I'm just filming, holding the camera backwards basically. It just allows a more flowy sort of state where you don't get distracted by the LCD screens. That's probably why I love this little GoPro so much, is because it's just so nice and compact with no distractions. The only LCD screen's on the top that tells you, basic settings and your battery and stuff. So yeah, maybe no LCD screens is just a good idea. Look at this, so incredible. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of doing these vlogs every day, or as much as I feel like, it's just a good way to spend my time. Where the more that you walk, the more time you possibly have in a day. It seems that if you're stationary and you're sitting down all day, the day will just pass you by, right? It's actually interesting. The more that you're actually doing nothing and just sort of sitting there, the quicker the days go by, and it's like, oh, another day. But it seems that the more time you're spending moving your physical body, the longer the days feel. And I think that's actually one of the greatest realizations that I've had about walking and photographing recently, is this idea of time and sort of transcending all basic notions of time, where I feel like I exist outside the passage of time. And perhaps by making these photographs, the stream of photos that you create are your lifeblood. And I like considering each photo like a mini birth. You give birth to a new child, and then perhaps when a photographer finally stops making pictures, that's the death, like the metaphorical death of that said person. So I'm gonna go now, probably go walk to the riverside. Walk more.